Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. So for today's video, I thought we could do a reading vlog and I'm getting excited, but I actually feel like I should be getting scared because for this one, I'm going to be reading spicy books. And a lot of you might be like, oh my God, this is a dream. I struggle with spice sometimes. I know it's so weird, but I get so uncomfortable and I cringe and I don't know, spice scenes sometimes are not done in the best way and I'm a bit like, ugh. So I thought let's challenge ourselves and over the next 5 days we will be reading spicy books. Now 5 days actually isn't a lot of time. I always feel like 5 days I'll be able to read 15 books. No, I feel like I might be able to complete my first book and then maybe go on to another one. First up, we're going to be reading a book that's on my monthly TBR, and that is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I don't know how to feel about this one. So I have read My Killer Vacation from Tessa Bailey. I gave that one 2 stars. 2 stars. So I have to say, I'm a little bit worried about this one. I have heard mixed reviews. Some people love it. Some people do not love it. I've heard it's like Wild Child, the movie. I love that movie, so could I be sold? We shall see. I'm just so scarred from My Killer Vacation. I really did not like that book. I have to give her a second chance. I mean, I can't just read one Tessa Bailey and be like, she's not for me. We have to give the author a second chance. So for this one, I think this is your classic grumpy sunshine romance. We've got Piper. I believe she's a bit of a kind of from a rich family, maybe has her own way with everything. And she is being sent to this small town and bumps into Brendan, who is a fisherman, but he's extremely grumpy. I think they just hit it off, maybe a little bit of opposites attract, and I guess seeing their romance. So we will see how this goes. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm super nervous about this one. It's also 400 pages long. That's what scares me too. Like, why? I mean, sometimes romances are just a bit too long. I think a romance can be so much more powerful if it has no spice in. You know, like a true fluffy romance. I don't mind spice if it's there with it's hard to say purpose because like, is any spice purposeful? But sometimes I feel like it's there just to fill pages. I'm not there for that. So I'm currently working from home today, which is lovely. And I'm on my lunch break and we have about 30 minutes left. So let's go start It Happened One Summer. Hello, it is now after work. It's coming up to 6:30 and I have managed to read 38 pages of It Happened One Summer. What can I say so far? So obviously, you know, just shy of 40 pages. I can't say too much, but I kind of have no thoughts. Like, I'm not really enjoying it, but I'm not really disliking it. Like, I'm kind of like in the middle at the moment. Let me bring you down just a little bit. I think that's a bit better. So yes, we have got Piper, and she is basically famous for being the daughter of a millionaire. Like, that's all she knows. She goes out partying, she does a few reckless things, she doesn't really get in trouble for it. And basically what has happened is she's gone a little bit too far. And her stepfather, who is the millionaire in the family, has basically said, no, you're not going to get away with this one, and we're shipping you off to this little town called Westport, and she's going to run a business. And that's where we're at. So they've just kind of got to Westport and they've come into the town, and obviously our male main character, Brendan, I want to say. First thing, he sees her and is talking about her chest. Now, call me a prude, but that's not for me. That's not for me. I don't know. Like, there has to be more to someone than just her chest. But hey ho, I don't know. I feel like that says a lot about a book when the very first thing that a male character says about a female character is just to do with like how her chest looks. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. And I feel like that's how I know I'm not going to like the spicy scenes. Like, they're already setting off the bat that like it's just looks. I mean, I hope there's more to it. I'm a little bit worried. But other than that, like, it's fine. But I actually got a package today and it was from my husband. So we actually celebrated an anniversary not too long ago. So he treated me to some books and I'm super excited. So he first got me Six of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like, I've only heard amazing things about this series, but I have heard that you should read the Shadow and Bone trilogy before Six of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom. So I fear we might have to go like book shopping to get those, because apparently like this story is set like 2 years after the Shadow and Bone trilogy, but things happen in that trilogy that is obviously like sets the scene for this series. So I definitely think I should and want to pick up the Shadow and Bone trilogy before I read this. But how cute! My husband, he doesn't really know too much about books. He's not really in the book scene. So I think he must have gone on like with covers and maybe the description, maybe the reviews as well, because this has a crazy amount of amazing reviews. But I'm so happy. Oh. But not only did he get me Six of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom, he also got me this beautiful House of the Beast by Michelle Wong. I've not seen this anywhere on like social media. I've not heard anyone talking about it, speaking about it, but I saw this, I think, in Waterstones one day, and the cover instantly drew me in. And then I read the blurb and I was like, okay, I need to keep an eye out on this one because this one looks incredible. But I actually didn't realise this. So Michelle Wong is actually an illustrator. And as I was flicking through the books, I'm assuming it's Michelle Wong that's done these because she's an illustrator. But look at these like amazing like doodles. Like, it's an illustrated book. Yeah, look, there's like little illustrations in the book. And I love things like that. I think it makes a book like 10 times more special. And I feel like I need to just find out if it was Michelle Wong that's done these, because if she's written the book and she's also done the illustrations, like, man, what a talent, what a force to be reckoned with. So we've got Alma, and I believe she's more on the kind of humble side. She doesn't have much money, luxuries don't come to her, and her mother, unfortunately, starts falling ill, very ill. So in a bit of desperation, I believe she makes like a bargain. Yeah, so it says here, forced into a desperation bargain with her estranged father and his house, one of the noble families that serve the god and wield their powers, she irrevocably binds herself to the dread beast, the most fearsome of the gods. However, it is a vow made in vain when death comes to her mother anyway. Now vengeance is Alma's sole aim, and she has a god on her side, a beautiful monster with starlit hair, the beast that has chosen her. So I think it sounds like Alma's going to try and get revenge on her father and the family, and she's got a beast on her side, a god, and it just sounds so good. And the fact I've not seen this anywhere, I'm so happy. My husband done well, so thank you. But on that note, let's carry on reading It Happened One Summer. So I think I'm going to try at least to read until 100 pages in, and then I will catch up with you. So I thought I would do my final check-in of the night. I've actually ploughed through this book. I'm currently on chapter 13. I think it's like 129 pages in. I have read more than what I thought. It's currently 9:30. I feel like I may pick this up later. I'm actually currently reading 3 books at the moment on the go. So I've just started this one. I'm also reading The Co-worker by Freedom McFadden. I'm not going to say too much at the moment. And I'm also reading The Chain by, is it Adrian McNitty? I may have got the author wrong, so I'm sorry. And that is a buddy read with my sisters. And actually, it's so much fun. We're reading 5 chapters per day. And I haven't read my 5 chapters yet. So I'm going to read that before bed. And depending on the time, I may be able to sneak another chapter in of this. But I have to admit, I am not hating it. I'm so surprised. Like I generally did not think I was going to like this, but for some odd reason, I'm binging it. I'm binging it. So the thing is, obviously Piper, she's so materialistic. I just thought I wouldn't like her. But I do. I don't know. I do. And also, I love her sister. So I think this is like a 2-parter. So we've got It Happened One Summer and then Hook, Line and Sinker, who I'm assuming is about Piper's sister, Hannah. And I'm guessing the love interest is basically the same person in this book. I mean, I'm not going to say anything just in case it isn't because I haven't read the blurb. But I feel like the foreshadowing for the second book it's quite big in this one. But I don't know. I have to say, I think the villain in this story at the moment is Piper's mum. Piper's mum is so selfish. I can't believe some of the decisions that Piper's mum has made. Like, I actually feel a bit sorry for the sisters in this book. I wouldn't say I'm absolutely like loving it. Like, I'm eye rolling quite a lot. It's very cheesy, but I'm actually laughing at some things too. And this is a very strange feeling for me because I really thought I was going to absolutely hate this. I think I'm like teetering on like a 3.54 at the moment. The thing is that's annoying me is basically this is just lust. It's quite repetitive. For example, the colour of Piper's eyes. For example, how big Brendan is. Like, why do romance books do this? Like, okay, you're a big guy. I don't need to know like 5 times in a chapter. Like, I just don't. So it is a bit repetitive in that sense, and I'm eye rolling, and there has been like mention of like body parts that make me go oh and make me cringe a bit. But again, I think that's a me problem. The attraction at the moment is just lust, but I feel like it's put in a way where maybe you're supposed to feel like there's a deeper connection, but it just isn't. It's just lust. Like, they do not know each other at all. And also, something happened in this book which did make me like question things. Like, if this happened to me in real life, I'd be a bit like, I don't know how much I'm going to delve into this. I mean, I'll say it, but if you don't want to know, then maybe just skip ahead a little bit. But obviously, Piper is like big into like social media. Like, that's basically how she gets her money, how she's famous, yada, yada, yada. And obviously she has an Instagram account where she puts photos of herself on there. And basically Brendan, who is like, has no social media at all, you know, doesn't care for it, has made a Instagram account just to follow her. And like, I get it. I mean, it's come across in the book like that it's quite sweet, but actually, like, he's not following anyone else. He's just gone on there because he wants to follow Piper. I don't know. To me, that's not sweet. To me, that is quite strange and quite icky, and I would be very scared if that happened to me. Like, I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one, but in the book it's coming across as like it's quite endearing and quite, you know, loving, and I'm like, not really. They've just met. Like, they hardly know each other, you know? So it's like, obviously, that's not endearing. That's quite creepy because you've met like 2 days ago. Other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I feel like there is going to be a deeper storyline going on too, which I think I'm going to enjoy. So yeah, so far I'm pleasantly surprised. But I have not got to the spicy scenes, which is what I was dreading. I don't know why I get so uncomfortable with spicy scenes, but I do, and I have not got there yet. So, I mean, I don't know when to be fair, with what I've read, I don't think it's anytime soon. So I reckon I'll get to those tomorrow. But I'm actually in the office tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to get a lot of reading done. Hello, it is now the next day. I'm looking a little bit bedraggled because I've just come home from the office. It is currently 7:15 and I am shattered. But we are here to do some spicy reading, and spicy reading is what we're going to do today. I have actually already read my 5 chapters of my buddy read with my sisters, so that is done and dusted. I am going to, I think, have some dinner, take my makeup off, and then for the rest of the night, I'm just going to delve into It Happened One Summer. I have a feeling that the spicy scenes are going to I feel like they're going to come up in my little reading sprint today. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll be filming again because I don't know whether I just want to get cozied up in bed. I feel like I'm so shattered today. I feel like I just want to sleep and just read in my bed. But we shall see. I may do an update, I may not. But otherwise, I will catch up with you tomorrow and I will do a debrief of what I've read, how I'm feeling. I'm excited because you know what? As much as I said there's issues with this book, I hate to say that I'm enjoying it. I did not think I would enjoy this as much as I have. It's not perfect, but it is a good read. Like, I'm having a good time reading it. Yes, I'm rolling my eyes. Yes, it's a little bit cheesy. Can I stop reading it? No, I cannot. So, yeah, let's carry on reading. It is now the next day, and yesterday I managed to read a big chunk of this book. So I'm now on chapter 18, page 209, and yes, I read my first spicy chapter, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it made me feel so uncomfortable again. And I think the reason why I get so uncomfortable with spicy chapters is I think it's the language. Yes, I may be a prude, but actually the language of this spice scene wasn't too bad. Like, I felt more cringe in other books, i.e. Twisted Love. I will never get over that. That is like the worst spicy scene. At that fate, honestly, that is in my head, scarred. Like, I'm scarred from it. But obviously I was reading this and I was a bit like, okay, this is fine. I think we know that the spicy chapters come in, blah, blah, blah. They start to do things. And then, I mean, the reason why I get so uncomfortable is because I read phrases like velvet helmet. Yes, that was used in this book, velvet helmet. And I don't... I get authors are trying to be a little bit more creative in their spicy scenes, but it's just not for me. I don't know. I will say, like, I think the spice makes sense in this book because their relationship at the moment is just lust. Like, I'm more than halfway through the book. Yes, there's been a little bit of emotional depth, but not a lot. It's honestly just based on lust, which I'm not a major fan of, but I am still like really enjoying it. I don't know what it is with this book. Like, on paper, I should not be enjoying this book, but I cannot stop reading. I do feel like it's dropped a little bit for me. I'm just waiting for more of that story aspect rather than them like just lusting over each other each time. I want more than lust to a romance. I know I might be an anomaly there, and a lot of people like spice in their romances and they can just read a spicy book with no plot, but that doesn't fill me with joy. Actually, that fills me with dread. Like, I feel like when I'm reading spicy scenes, I feel like I've got tension in my jaw and I'm like subconsciously like grinding my teeth because I'm like cringing at it the whole time. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm a prude. Who knows? In an ideal world, I would like to finish this book today. I think I have around about 170 pages left. It's a big shout. It is a big shout. But I am working from home today. I'm going to try and read in my lunch break. I should be able to get around another 30 pages done, and it's also a Friday, which means it's not a school night, so I should be able to stay up a little bit later to finish this book. But I will keep you posted. I'll let you know how I go, and then hopefully tomorrow we can jump into our next spicy book, which is going to be Deep End by Hazelwood. I'm scared. I thought I was scared for this. I'm even more scared for Deep End because I've heard that's intense. So we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, let's crack on with some reading. No. Wait. Oh, oh my God. Right. Okay. So I've read until the bottom of page 216. And then I thought, let me just carry on to the next paragraph because I don't think it's going to go where I think it's going to go. But I think it is. So basically, I think we're getting to a spicy scene again. Maybe that's why I'm laughing because I know I'm about to feel uncomfortable. But actually, I feel uncomfortable for a very good reason this time because, I mean, I'm sorry if this is spoiler territory. I'm not going to give you like plot points, but at the moment they are in a hospital and it looks like they're going to get spicy in a hospital. Are you for real right now? If this happens right now, I swear I can't give it more than a 4 because that's just, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's weird. No? You're in that's weird. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are or what you found out. You do not do, I mean, some things they've already done in this hospital right now, I'm a bit like, that shouldn't have happened. But, you know, sometimes people can't control themselves and that's them. But if this happens, I kid you not, I will not be happy. I'm actually scared to read on. It is now the next day, and last night I did in fact finish It Happened One Summer. I'm going to give this one 3 stars. I'm glad this one's done. I was so worried to read this book, and I feel like I was right to be worried. I'm actually a little bit upset though, because we started off really strong. I would say the first 25%, I was really invested, and then it just went downhill. It just went downhill. I think my main problem with this book, well, actually I've got a few. But first of all, insta-lust. This is not insta-love, it is insta-lust. As much as Tessa Bailey tries to portray that there is emotional connection with them, there isn't. It's all lust. Like, yes, there's words on the page that make you feel like maybe it should be an emotional connection, but I'm not seeing anything to back that up at all. Like, I should have known the very first time Brendan saw Piper. He was talking about her chest. I should have known this just weren't for me. There was no emotional connection. And I really don't like that. Maybe that's my problem with Spice as well, is because I do want to see a connection. I'm a hopeless romantic. What can I say? But my main gripe with this book, it's so repetitive. So repetitive. Not just with the phrases that they used. I never ever want to hear recharging station again. If I hear that term, I think I'm going to cry, because if you took a shot every time that was used in this book, I'd be hammered. And the actual plot of the book, we went round and round and round in circles, and the conflict between them, like a child's book. Like, I don't understand the conflict between them. There just wasn't a real purpose for why they needed to fight. And I think that was just put in there so then maybe they could have like spicy time. I didn't fully believe in their emotional romance. Yes, they might find each other attractive. It happened so quickly. Like, they're saying I love you after like 2 weeks. You win some and you lose some. But regardless, this is a spicy vlog. So we're going to go on to our next spicy book. I'm laughing because I'm scared. We're going to be reading Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I didn't actually realise how chunky this book was. I think it's like 450 pages. It Happened One Summer was just shy of 400 pages, and I found that incredibly hard to read. So I don't know how I'm going to get on with this. I actually read, I think it was The Love Hypothesis. Didn't like it. I'm so sorry. I actually feel like I've been so negative in this vlog. I'm trying to be lighthearted, but I definitely feel like Tessa Bailey is not an author for me. I don't feel like Ali Hazelwood's going to be an author for me. So actually, even if like I read these 2 books and I find out I don't like them, at least I know I will never read another one of their books. So I'm finessing the type of books that I know I like to read. You know, so there is a plus side to this. I am excited to read this. I have heard very mixed reviews. Some people say that this is actually their worst Ali Hazelwood book. I'm not selling it here, am I? I'm sorry. I definitely feel like this is not going to be for me. I definitely feel that, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So for this one, we have got Scarlett, and I believe she is a diver. And then we have got Lucas, who is the swim captain, and he has won gold medals and I believe training for the Olympics, I want to say. But basically, Scarlett and Lucas have nothing in common until a secret falls out. So I'm not sure what this secret is, but because of it, they seem to spark up some sort of relationship or an arrangement between them. And I think we're going from there. But I have heard this is extremely spicy. I don't know why I've put myself through this. Before I jump into Deep End, I just wanted to show you some book mail. So my sister actually sent me a book. How excited. I was so shocked. But she has sent me Falling by TJ Newman. Now, I have a sneaky suspicion that my sister would quite like to read this book too, which is absolutely fine. We do actually swap books quite a bit. I mean, that is the perk of having family members that read, right? We all swap books. But I'm extremely excited for this. I've heard the most amazing things about this book and this author in particular as well. For this one, we are on a flight to New York. So there are 143 passengers on board, but 30 minutes before the flight arrives at New York, the pilot's family has been kidnapped. And the only way the pilot can save his family is if he listens to the kidnappers when they say he has to crash the plane. It's actually such a short book too, so I'm tempted to read this on a long haul flight, but I think I would be absolutely scarred. So I'm so excited to have this one, and thank you so much to my sister. Like, she's so cute. And then what is super exciting is I received PR mail from HarperCollins. This never ever ceases to amaze me. Like, it just feels so surreal. But they sent me, or let me try and not get the light, That Devil Ambition by Lindsey Miller. Now, this looks like the perfect read for autumn, and I'm going to try and read this next month, I think. It is a YA book, so it should be very easy kind of to read, to digest. So I'm super excited. So for this one, it looks like we have got Fabian Galloway, and he is very smart, and he has been enrolled in one of the most elitist schools. But the problem being is the students have one single assignment, and that is to kill their professor. Sorry, what? If they succeed and they manage to kill their professor, then their student debt is basically gone. But if they don't kill the professor before the year is up, then their lives are forfeited. So essentially, Fabian, our main character, and his friends have to work together to make sure they complete the task. Sold. Absolutely sold. And this just looks like the perfect autumn read. I just feel like I've been so lucky this week with, book mail and book gifts, and I just appreciate it so much. But anyway, let's jump in to Reading Deep End. Hello, I thought I would do my final check-in of the night, and I have made a little way through Deep End. I've made it to chapter 14, page 78. I feel like I'm still at the kind of like beginning stages, so I don't have too much to say, but I don't know if people know this about this book. I certainly didn't know this about this book going in, but it's about, it's kind of about kinks. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I don't know. I didn't know that. So, yeah, I think this is going to be really interesting. I mean, I heard that this was quite full on. I didn't know why it was quite full on, and now I'm kind of understanding. I haven't got to any spicy scenes at the moment. I'm a little bit scared from when I get to it, but this is the whole point of the vlog, I guess, because I'm trying to confront my fears of spicy books. I 100% would like to get to a spicy chapter by tomorrow, just because I kind of want to let you guys know how I get on. But yeah, I don't have anything valuable to say at the moment. I will say there are a few things like niggling at me. For example, someone's kind of sexual activities was kind of blurted out to a whole load of people, and they didn't even bat an eyelid. Now, I just think if that happened in real life, you'd be a little bit embarrassed, or not even embarrassed. It's not that you should be embarrassed, but I don't know. I feel like you would feel like a certain way, or like get angry at someone for blurting that out, or do you know what I mean? But it just didn't really happen in this book. There's a few things that I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if that's how someone would react. I know everyone's different, but maybe it's not how I would react, so I can't relate to it. So there's a few things where I'm a bit like raising my eyebrow. As for Ali Hazelwood's writing, I don't know if it's me, but sometimes I'm getting a little bit confused. I just feel like sometimes it jumps where I'm not quite sure what's happening, because we weren't just talking about that. I'm fully aware that could be me just not concentrating on the book. I definitely won't finish this book, but I'm hoping maybe to get to like page 250 tomorrow, and I definitely think there'll be like a spicy scene by then. And I will catch up with you tomorrow to let you know how I'm getting on with Deep End. Also, just as a side note, can I just show you my cute little bookmark? It's got little foxes on. I'm so in the autumn mood. It is now the next day and the final day in this reading vlog. I'm enjoying the kind of swimming aspect and the diving aspect of things. But I know Ali Hazelwood writes a lot about like STEM and, puts science in her books. And that is still happening in this one. I didn't really expect it because obviously we're talking about divers and swimmers, and I'm not sure it goes with the book for me. It just feels a bit choppy. I don't know if that makes sense. And like, one minute we're talking about obviously their swimming careers and their diving careers and how that's going, and then we're just jumping into this STEM setting. But also, like, Scarlett is maybe not wanting diving as her whole career. And to me, I don't see the point. This may be me just being really naive, but it just feels a little bit disjointed at the moment. It feels a bit choppy. The storyline doesn't seem very cohesive, and I think that's affecting my reading experience. I also want to add that there are so many people in this book. Like, there are so many names being chucked at you. Just don't see the point of having all these additional people in the book. I mean, maybe it might make sense later on down the line, but there's a lot of people being thrown in and I'm not really caring. Am I a tiny bit bored? Maybe, but I have a feeling that the spice is going to take a big prevalent part in this book, and I'm worried. I'm really worried, but let's dive in. Okay, as you may be able to tell, I have just read my first spicy chapter of Deep End, and actually it wasn't too bad. I feel like any spicy scene in kind of any book is going to make me cringe a little bit and just make me like, pull that face and be like, oh, but it actually wasn't too bad. I think I just need to get over the fact that, like, I need to get over spice. That's all. I mean, and I don't know why. I'm a 30-year-old married woman. I don't know why it makes me go all like, ooh, inside. I just don't know what it is. I think this book is not going to be for me solely because I think the plot is the spice. The spicy side of what they're into is actually the plot, I think, because not much else is happening. And also there's just some things that just doesn't seem really like overly realistic, or it wouldn't be realistic to me and I wouldn't react in that way, so I just can't resonate. And also, like, I don't know. I don't know how this works, so please let me know in the comments. You have a swimmer there who is an Olympian, he's competed in the Olympics. I believe he's competed in the Olympics, but he is now doing a STEM project and not focusing on his swimming career. I don't know. Does that happen? He's an Olympian. I just, things like that just don't really add up to me. I do look at, not plot holes, but if things don't make sense to me, it will definitely shine bright in my head and I'll be like, sorry, what? So it's little things like that. I am coming in with the final update of this vlog. I'm currently on chapter 34, page 212. And I hate to say this, but I'm extremely bored to the point where I don't really want to pick this up. I know, I'm so shocked. I don't know what it is. I feel like, I just feel like the whole plot of this book is the spice, and I need a bit more than my plot, I need more than spice, and I'm just not really gelling with it. I'm not liking the STEM segment included in it. I don't feel like it gels very well. I'm not really connecting to our main characters. I'm not feeling like anything special towards them. I'm not hating them, but I'm just so indifferent to everything about this book. I have read some more spicy scenes, I can't say I'm a convert and say that I love spice. So yeah, I mean, I am going to finish this book. I don't DNF books. I like to kind of finish it through just to see if I do change my mind. I think this might take me a long time to finish though. I have currently got 3 books on the go. I think I might give this one a little bit of a break, head on to my other books and see how we go, because yeah, I'm just a little bit bored. I'm so sorry. I think it's safe to say that Ali Hazelwood and actually Tessa Bailey are not authors for me, and I do not think I'll be picking up any more of their work. I do actually have Hook, Line and Sinker already by Tessa Bailey, so I will finish that. I will read that one, but I don't think I'm ever going to actively buy more of their works because I don't think it's for me. But I am going to wrap this one up here. I just want to say thank you so much if you made it to the end, because I fear that this is quite a long one, and I appreciate you. If you did find yourself enjoying the video, it would mean the world to me if you would like and subscribe, because I would love to talk all things books with you. And I would love to know if you have read Deep End or It Happened One Summer, and what were your thoughts? Do you agree with me, or are you the complete opposite and you absolutely love them? I'm really intrigued to know. But yes, once again, thank you so much, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.